Hello again, I am Jim Bob, and welcome back to another episode of our Snowfall City playlist. I've done a little bit of tweaking on this junction, just to try and solve some of those issues that we were having. You can see I've now added a little up ramp just here for instant access to the fast lane of the freeway. No need to now queue through here and then hit the on ramp just there. And I've done the same over here as well. So rather than peeling off here and then going underneath and then around, we now have a direct ramp going straight down just there as well. So made things a little bit smoother, a little bit faster around this junction. It's still pretty heavy with traffic, but that's not really something we can help. And it's snowing, as you can see. Now, we did have a flurry of snowfall, but unfortunately it didn't last very long, and then the sun came back out again and it started to just naturally melt the snow. So I got up to about 88,000 litres, and then it dropped down to somewhere around 50 before this bit of snow started. We are currently, if I go to the right landmark, if I can find the right landmark, no. Where is the... Have we unlocked it? Oh, we've unlocked it. There we go. We now have 200,000. We've actually got quite a lot of snow here, as you can see. So we need to start turning on, oops, these snow dumps again, because it's getting pretty thick. Look how thick the snow is getting on these roads. I'm trying to figure out exactly where I am. Okay, so it's over here. There we go. So let's turn these on. Start to see a flurry of snowplow machines just pouring out of these. Yeah, I've got a couple over here as well. That's 6. 2 over here. That's 8. Those people are miserable because there's now going to be a lot of noise over there again. And then number 9 just there as well. Look how thick the snow is on those roads. That's going to start disappearing very quickly. See him just ploughing all of that snow away. It does make a huge difference to how your roads look. I mean, these look like completely solid white here. It's got to have an impact on how fast the traffic can actually move, I would have thought. I'm curious about that. I'm going to wait and see. Hopefully we won't have to wait too long to get a snowplow. Now, here we go. Here's a snowplow. Oh yeah, traffic definitely moves faster on roads that are, you know, free from snow. And you can see straight away they move faster. So I just wanted to double check that. I had a feeling that would be the case. Our population's taken a little bit of a nosedive, partly because we have a few deaths building up, as you can see. Suffering a little mini kind of death wave. And also I've been reworking some of the zoning a bit as well. So I've added in a bit more high density around here. I've actually taken out 2 blocks of high density residential that we had and turned them into high density commercial to help deal with our commercial demands. And now the residential demand is starting to climb back up again, so we still have quite a good way to go. And I've also added in a little bit more industry over here as well, although we are currently suffering a little bit for workers, and just extended Cherry Park a little bit to make this a logging area as well. Doesn't seem to have had too much of a negative impact so far. As I say, we're just maybe struggling a touch with the workers. So let's carry on zoning away and start replacing all of these areas with high density. Try and rezone all of this. suppose what we could do actually, just to speed things up a little bit, if we go to a large brush, we can actually dezone in large chunks like this, and then just rezone in chunks like this as well. Although it does make it a little bit tricky to then get full control. As you can see, we've eaten into areas that we didn't really want to eat into. So I'll get back to fill so I can actually choose which areas I want to be. Like that. Let's try and get all of that zoned into one block. There we go. Turn this into a little high density commercial area as well. This little section down here. Alongside our tram route. And we killed our high density, residential request again by perhaps going a little overboard with it. Let's make all of this block commercial. One square there, we go. Alright, so there we go. And now we can make this commercial, and that going up to the corner, like so. That's a big block of commercial. That should start zoning in pretty quickly, and then hopefully that'll help to fill in some of these blank gaps that we've got over here. Over here you can see this is coming along quite nicely. I think we may need to start upping our death care a little bit more. We are starting to see, a few dead people lingering in this area, so maybe we need to try and fix that. I'm still a little concerned with how heavy the traffic can get over here. Don't really see much that we can do about it at this stage. I can't upgrade that to triple lane, because if I do that I break the tram routes. You can't put tram lines down on triple lane roads. What I think would be quite an interesting road option going forward would be to have, where we have, say, 6-lane road with bus lanes, instead of that having 6-lane road with tram lanes would be quite a useful thing, perhaps, in the future. Although it would be very awkward to combine some of those together. I mean, it would work well going from single-lane roads, like, let's see if I can find one now, like this, into something like that. But going from a dual lane like this wouldn't work very well at all. You'd have to completely reconfigure these, and then it'd just be messy. So I'm guessing that's why they haven't done it. Kind of makes sense, I suppose. Getting a lot of traffic coming up this route here. I'm just looking to see if there's an easy way that we can maybe see we can reroute some of this traffic. Again, over here, look how busy this is getting. I think we need to make this one way only. Although, what is it that's actually causing the jams? The traffic's trying to get out. Let's see if we can figure out what's causing all these delays. We've got a lot of vehicles on the road right now that are helping to maintain the roads and clean the roads because it's snowing, which doesn't help. Just inflates just how busy the traffic really is for a moment. But it does look as though our little tram hub over here is causing a few issues. Maybe we need to look at routing trams this way. So let's take a look at our tram lines. So it's this green line that's causing some traffic issues. It's kind of running along here. We've got the other green line running along the same route as well, which doesn't help. Maybe what we need to do is run the green line along here and bring it in this way rather than along this way. that might help ease some of the traffic issues, because it would reduce the number of trams getting caught in this section, but it would put even more pressure on this junction. We'd have to reconfigure this one a little bit. We could do that though. That would potentially work. Let me just play about quickly with some one-way tram. I've got the pillar there, which doesn't help. If I were to put that connection in like that, and then actually that would need to be, see, it won't go to 2-lane because it's too close. Alright, so the trams would come in this way and they would feed in, and then I'd need them to feed into this platform here. But then they'd be on the wrong side. Oh no, they'd be on the right side going down. So what I need is pretty much just a straight line coming straight down if I can. Maybe a little bit of a kink on the end of it to smooth the angle off. Like so. That's the wrong way round right now. And then the tram would go in here, could then loop around this way, come back up this way, and then we'd need to reconnect down here. So let's make this two-lane, like that. Okay. So the green line runs along here. The first stop is there. Now let's see what happens if I upgrade this stretch of road to put tram lines in it. See if it automatically reroutes. It's still going along there, isn't it? So there's no other way for it to go because there is no other way into this area. But it is coming back out this way now, look. So it is easing some of the traffic on that tram network already. Because instead of going back up here and then along that way, it's now going this way. So let's just see if that makes a big difference, because we've got less trams trying to fight their way back in. Yeah, these traffic lights are causing some issues. Okay, so we've got a new tram coming into service. And another one coming into service. So let's watch these. They're coming in, they're picking up their passengers. They're going off to do their routes. We've got any coming back? No, the earliest ones are over here, look. And they're all queued up. This traffic here is really bad. Oh, this is a nightmare. This is why we're getting so many delays on our lines. This commercial traffic is now really clogging up our streets, and they're just not big enough to cope. Yeah, look at that jam of just traffic around there. We are going to have to completely rework this this green line, I think. Let's just take this line out completely. So let's try and put that back in. Let's buy the new green. Keep rotating through until we can get a colour that we like. It's a shame we can't manually select our colours. a bit bright. It's easy to confuse with the other line. Want something that's a bit darker. That's a little bit too similar. That's blue-ish. I get really fussy when it comes to colours. If I don't like the shade, I'll just skip past it, even if it is something that could easily identify what it is I'm trying to put down. And then sometimes I'll just get caught up in the habit of clicking, and I'll click through by mistake. There's one of those old green lines just coming back out of service, going off to the depot. Will that do? No, it's too similar to the other line. Needed to be a bit of a colour distinction so it's easier to see the lines from above. Yeah, I can kind of get away with that one, I think. So, we need to bring this along this way. Let's stop. Just, let's see. I'm trying to find areas where I can stop without causing massive traffic jams. I don't think there are really any places I can do that. Alright, let's put a stop in just there. Let's put another stop in just there, and I'm just going to pause for a second, because what I'm going to do is upgrade this piece of road here. I have a plan. Let's go back into the route. Let's pick this back up. Just press X. There we go. Now if we bring this up this way, now I can... you see it's going to try and take it down there. I don't really want to send the... well, actually, no, the traffic's going... the problem is going the other way, isn't it? So that might work. If I bring the tram there, and then the tram there, and now I can bring it down this way, and this way. That makes it quite close to there as well. And then put a stop here, nice and close to the station. And then put a stop there. It's a bit of a stretch, that one. And then close the route back out by going back out this way again. And then complete the line. Let's see how this works. So here come the trams out of the depot. And you can see just how busy the traffic is around here. It's causing delays just getting out of the depot. I think we need to make this tram only. Along there. Like so. And same just here as well. There we go. That'll help speed the tram movement up a bit. Have to keep this piece here as road access, because otherwise the building complains and goes out of service. So that should be fine like that. It does mean we're going to lose that building there because we've got no road to connect it to anymore. But the service should run a little bit smoother now. So we've lost all of our trams. Here they go. Now, again, we're potentially getting a lot of traffic along here because we've now got two different routes coming along here and stopping and being held up by traffic. So when you have an expanding city, you have to be prepared to potentially rip up old lines or existing routes because they no longer function. And that appears to be the case just here. You can see we've got quite a big wave of people on this green line here waiting. They're going to go off, get picked up by each of these trams in sequence. Still another one coming through. Let's go back to the route page so I can see the trams a bit more clearly. Yeah, this four-way junction is definitely causing some queues. If we move along here, traffic along here seems to be a lot better. You see, most of the traffic is on the other side. This side seems to be pretty clean and clear. So hopefully the trams will have an easier time if they can actually get through there. It's this junction here. There's just so much traffic, look. See a couple of taxis on our roads. Those pale green vehicles. Tram trying to fight its way through the traffic. That's how long it's taken. They're all running in sequence, and this one still hasn't got to the this point here, and the other one's already heading back to the depot. So big pickup and drop off there. Moves along here. No real traffic to worry about. Around here, traffic's all good around here. Down here, the lines aren't colliding with each other. They're not getting in each other's way. Big stop just there, lots of people. Smaller stop just there, but it's a good drop-off point for the station, which is where a whole bunch of those people are heading, look. That and to the other tram line. They head along here, somewhere. Oh, keep going all the way along here, doesn't it? There's that stop. Comes up this way, and then that's along here. Turns back in here. Heads back along this very busy junction. Quick pickup and drop off. Fight its way through some of these side junctions. Feeds in. Now, where's it going now? Oh, it's going out that way. Ah. Damn it, I didn't want it to do that. I wanted it to come up this way. Well, I suppose that kind of works. Easiest way to fix that, actually, would be to just do this. Oh, actually, no, not like that. That would be the easiest way to fix the problem. So now any tram coming in should then just go this way and then loop around and go that way. So I don't actually need that loop like that anymore. There we go, yeah, that's routed that one back that way. Gets that one out quicker. I didn't want to have 3 trams using this small little slip road just here. That would just overwhelm it with too much traffic. So there we go, you can see it heading around, back out again. Those tram lines do look very, very similarly coloured. This line I think is going to need some tweaking as well. I've got to figure out exactly how we're going to do this. Traffic is so bad out here. Look, we've just had a building burned down. It's too close to this major sort of traffic hot point here. I mean, look how busy this is. All this traffic coming into our city just here. So maybe we're going to need to run our tram underground, perhaps. Or maybe overground. Maybe we need to have an overpass built in somewhere to cut through some of these buildings. But then we've got this here, so we'd either have to go very ridiculously high, or we could just do an underground line and then have it pop up over here somewhere. It's quite a long line as well, as you can see, which doesn't help. This line again is quite a long line as well. And it turns out all my shades of green are almost all the same. It does make it very difficult to see at a quick glance which one's which. Are we getting many people over here? Not really. And we are starting to have some failing businesses as a result of just not getting enough people in this area. Population hasn't really recovered yet either. We're still at, what, 38,000? We're still getting deaths. I think we may possibly need to look at improving our death care. It's getting quite bad. Let's see, can we get another crematorium in somewhere around here? We've got one there. I think we could perhaps do with just a crematorium on its own somewhere over here. See if we can find a good spot to plonk one in. So it's not going to eat up a massive building. One of these little side roads potentially. Oh no, that goes into the industrial. I don't want to add any more unnecessary traffic into that area. Well, this is our hospital here, so it makes sense to try and get it close to there if possible. Yeah, I think just there. We'll do it like that. Okay, so that should help deal with the death wave that is starting to hit Doa Streepler. This can also help the fact that this is still emptying when it's now completely empty. We can stop that process. Get some more hearses out and running. That'll definitely help. Everywhere else seems to be pretty okay. But yeah, Doa Streepler is definitely getting hit by a mini death wave. So, we can go ahead and we can take out some of this tram track now. So, let's see, what is not being used anymore? Well, all of this along here. So we can remove the rails from those. We're not using this piece anymore, so we can get rid of that. What else are we not using? This section here, we can replace that with just regular 2-lane traffic. Like so. I don't think we're using this piece along here either. Let's take a look. No, we're not, so we can get rid of this piece. Like so. And we're not using this anymore. So that can go. I think that can go as well. Check our line, make sure we haven't completely broken anything. Yeah, no, nothing at all. So we can take that section out there as well. There we go. You can see snowplows busily working away there, those flashing orange lights, trying to clear the snow off our roads. It's really pretty heavy at the moment, this snowfall. And let's look at maybe increasing that roundabout. Actually, no, the roundabout's flowing reasonably well, especially now we've taken out that tram connection. I think we're probably okay for now. We don't need to worry about upgrading that. What else is unnecessary tram track now? This bit down here, I don't think it makes a major difference. I mean, the lines are still there, but it does seem a bit pointless to have them if they're not being used. So let's kind of clear them out where we can. Let's take that little piece out just there. Look how bad this traffic is along here. Really, really bad. I think that was the right thing there. Hope that was the right thing. Yes, that was. That's good. It just gets easier to follow your routes if you don't have unnecessary track all over the place. I mean, this here, this piece is very deliberately placed like this as a quick and easy way for trams leaving the depot to get down this way into this section, rather than having to sort of go all the way around this way to then get in this way. You know, it gives them options. So that is actually meant to be there, that line through that section there. But everything else now is pretty much just what we need it to be. We don't have unnecessary bits of track, and I still think we might need to rework this in the future. Although having said that, the traffic has eased off a bit. I'm also wondering if maybe we just make this, well, if we get rid of that access there as well. Well, we could be clever, possibly. Oh, well, it's going to cause some issues. I was thinking maybe we could make that one way. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make that one way. See if that will help as well with our traffic flow. So this is where we need the one way to start. Oops. Pause. I've just taken out a bit of the track. Did not mean to do that. Plus, this has gone in the wrong way around as well. There we go. Flip those the right way. And put in... Oops. There we go. Ah. Ah. Okay. Doesn't like that. We have to make that 2-lane. Just that little piece in the middle. But hopefully that now will help speed traffic flow up a little bit as well. No, that won't. Alright, let's... Alright, we can be clever here. We can change the direction of that piece, because we have this little 2-way piece here. Obviously we need it for the tram to be able to come back up against the traffic. That's why it went to just a single lane. Let's see if we see any traffic go up that way. But that allows our trams to flow without breaking our traffic routes. We may have inadvertently broken the tram route itself simply because we accidentally took that piece out. So that may be recalling all of our trams back down to the depot. No, the route still seems to be fine, and we've got a tram actually coming in on the route, which is good. Oh, excuse me. Really busy. Look how many people are waiting. This one's getting really busy as well now. My guess is it's going to be traffic jam problems along here that's causing the delays. See, they're all stacking up at this junction now. I mean, the rest of the route should smoothly kind of flow. There's no real problems with the traffic. It's going to be kind of this junction here. I would like to maybe upgrade this road to double road. Let's see if we can get away with doing that. do it here. We've got police and fire there. They're going to need to move. What's here? The railway station, so that can't move. And this junction is what's causing a lot of the problems, I think. Well, maybe that is enough of a change. Maybe. See, again, if I make that tram only, it solves some of our traffic issues, but not enough. And it is going to despawn these buildings here. It's going to mean these are broken. Yeah, I think we'll just have to leave it like that for now. Look how many people are waiting at this stop. There'll be a load of people there in the central reservation. Heading in and along. Is that enough to improve traffic flow, I wonder? We might need to put some double lane road in just here as well. I don't mind sacrificing a little bit of space to improve our traffic flow through there. So we have a broken stop and then it fixes itself again. That does happen every now and again, I've noticed. A stop just says, oh, no, don't work, and then does work instantly afterwards. It's very strange. It just randomly does that, and then it corrects itself, and then it will randomly do it again, and then correct itself again. Yeah, this is a major problem. Alright, we're going to have to remove these. They're too small for this bit anyway, but we need a larger piece of track there. We need to let the traffic flow a little bit better because it is struggling right now. And let's look at dropping in new police and fire services. So let's still try and put them on this corner, I think. But let's put them here. And here instead, like that. And I'm hoping that, you know, now with all the pedestrians in the middle bit there, I mean, the junction is still going to be busy because you're going to get people crossing the road, but we've now got 2 lanes of traffic that can queue up, and we also have, you know, the pedestrians out of the way, not encroaching into the road with the stops. We'll see how this works. So far, it seems to be working quite well. One thing I have noticed as well, I want to test this. I don't think you can run point-to-point trams without a turning section. I'm going to try and do a quick experiment here. Let me just go to a regular piece of road. This is just going to be done as a test. So, we need to go to straight line. Oh dear, there we go. Clear my throat. So, I don't think... You know how cars will get to the end of the road and they'll just automatically turn around. Trains will go in and then they'll turn around automatically and just head back out the opposite way. I don't think you can do that with trams. I haven't tried, but I'm pretty sure it's impossible. So, I don't know. Maybe there's 2 things I want to try. I want to try it as is, and I don't think it's going to work. So we would need to run a stop from here to here. Yeah, see, it's not even let me complete the line, look. Pressing X and nothing's happening. I can't complete the line. So what about... No, see, even if I do that, but it's still one way. So even though they both, you know, the lines can condense into one path, it's one-way traffic, so... Yeah, that's a real shame because I think a point-to-point system with trams would be really, really useful. You could make some really nice, compact junctions in places, but and depots, but without them, it just doesn't work. You know, without the ability to kind of, go along to one end of the road and then come back on the other. There's no points. You get these kind of crossing sections on the trams as well, but the trains, when they come up to a station, the biggest difference with the trains is they actually have... I can't find a station now. There we go. They have these sets of crossover points here, which means they can do exactly that. They can go from one lane to the other and then pull out the way they need to go. So again, watch the red train. The red train will now pull out and cross when it eventually comes out. There we go. Crosses onto the line it needs to be on to head back the other way. We can't do that with trams, and I think that's a flaw, I think, in the tram system. It really shouldn't be like that. We should have crossover sections. Maybe we'll get... I mean, I know that they're going to be sort of like tram depots and tram stop... tram station places, I think, coming with mass transit. So maybe that we'll just have to wait until that comes before we can resolve that issue. But wow, look at our traffic. All trying to feed into our city. Where is this traffic heading? Is this... It can't be industrial traffic because there's the industrial point. Look at it all. No, it's not. This is commercial traffic as well as residential traffic. We are starting to get some real problems with this city. I don't think we can actually expand the population in here much more without it grinding to a standstill. I think we've done all we can. We need to start looking at maybe starting an extra block somewhere. That's going to be a bit problematic. We'll get our airport in as soon as we unlock it, if we ever unlock it at this rate, and we'll drop that in here, and I think this section of the city will then be done, and we'll have to move somewhere else and start again. Let's take a look at areas. And we've got the option to buy some areas now, so the question is, where do we go from here? We could go into this section here. That would probably make a lot of sense. But we have this area over here. I quite like the idea of building over this section as well. Maybe onto that side. I don't know if I want to build on that side of the water. Or maybe even pushing up this way. We've got 4 squares available to us left. We can't buy them all right now, but there are 4 more in total that we can get. So we can go those 2 there. And then where do we go from there? That one and that one maybe? I don't know. We could go that one, and then maybe that one, and then the one that spawns underneath it, although that looks to be a mountain range. I don't think there's going to be much value in taking that one either. It looks very mountainous over there. Even this one looks quite mountainous as well, so I don't think we'd get a very good build area just there. This one would make sense. Yeah, let's take this area. And then where can we go from there? Well, we could continue along there. I kind of want to go this way as well. Yeah, let's take that one there. So we've got a nice, good, flat piece of land over here. We don't have full access to it yet, so I think... How many tiles are we left with now? 2. I think the next 2 tiles are basically going to be this one here and this one here to complete this section. And then we'll have a nice big area of land here that we can build a second city and then link the 2 together. I think that's probably going to be our best bet. So if that's the case, let's start looking at maybe putting in a junction or something over here as our next entry point. We can maybe start building a new city over here in this wide open space here. And that seems like a good place to kind kind of end this particular episode. We didn't really get that much done in the end. But you know what? Before we go, we did unlock that landmark, didn't we? We unlocked the Snow Castle restaurant. So let's drop that in somewhere. Where can we put the Snow Castle restaurant? Well, we need to kind of boost happiness, I think, and leisure happiness sort of over quite a few different areas in our city, but this one I think is one that's going to be worth boosting. So let's see, it's quite big. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, actually. Is there anywhere sort of that we can just drop this in? Not really. The way we've gridded our roads, there just isn't space to actually plonk this in anywhere, which is a little bit of an issue. I mean, I could plonk it there, but I mean, I kind of want to boost this area here, maybe boost this area here. How about if we can get the Snow Castle restaurant over here somewhere? I think, well, that's there, isn't it? So, maybe I can get it in near the station. This is industrial. I'd have to take out an entire side road just there. Maybe that might not be such a bad idea. It's going to eat into a huge amount of our commercial zone, though. Where can we plonk this? Well, let's take a look over here. Is there somewhere deserving over this way that we could maybe drop it in? Yeah, it's just so damn big. It doesn't really fit very well anywhere else, does it? This is industry. I don't really want to plonk it in the industry. We could drop it here. We'd have to rework the roads a little bit. It's pretty low res, so I'm prepared to do that. We plonk that there like that. Now we had a crematorium and a sauna just there. We'll have to probably drop something back in there. Let's see if we can bring the road back up. Bring it around a little bit like that. This, because I don't like the way that this is currently positioned. It's a bit too wonky. Doesn't sit very well. If we can sit it there, there we go. We can get some housing back along this section just here, and also gives us space to put some stuff along these bits here as well. That's better. So let's go back to zoning. Let's just go low density just to repair the damage that we've done. Like that. Let's get our healthcare services back in over here. So there was a crematorium and a sauna. Put those in. And let's put maybe just a little bit of commercial just there. A little bit of commercial just there as well. Okay, there we go. So we have a brand new landmark, the Snow Castle restaurant. It looks almost like something out of Disney, doesn't it? Very, very touristy indeed. Now we needed to do that so that we could unlock something else, which was this, the Igloo Hotel. We now have this unlocked. So let's take a quick look at the Igloo Hotel. Oh, that's quite large as well, but I think this would work as a great attraction somewhere near to our transport hub. The question is again, where? Actually, this might work. Because of its shape, this might work quite well in our downtown area over here. Oh, why is it that they always want to go on the short side of the road, never the long ways? You can't flip it. That's annoying. If that could rotate, that would fit beautifully just along that road there. But it, so annoying. All right, what about that's? No, it's just a hot mess of traffic over there. All right, let's get the Igloo Hotel plonked in somewhere. Will it go underneath the bridge? No, it won't, because the bridge is in the way. The struts. It just doesn't want to go wherever I try and squeeze this thing in. Oh, I have to put it on this side of the road. Just there will do. And there we go. We have another little placeable, the Igloo Hotel. Very funky. Alright, that seems like a good place to end it. So, thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and we'll be back with another episode of our City Skylines Snowfall playlist very soon.